The Kenyan education system is facing a lot of challenges, unprecedented challenges. It once happened in 2016. More schools went on rampage, on fire, and burning and strikes. And it's happening again after 10 years. This is 2026. From 2016 to 2026, it's happening again. And the schools are on the strike rampage again, fire after fire after fire. Uh, Dormitories continue to ban, disrupting learning across secondary schools nationwide. The growing wave of insecurity has left education stakeholders deeply concerned, prompting urgent discussions on the safety of learners, teachers, and school property. In response to escalating situation and the increasing number of secondary school principals reportedly considering closing the institutions ahead of the scheduled midterm break. This is even before midterm break comes after they have done midterm exam, but this time is happening even before the midterm exam. They've just decided let them go home, let them go to their parents. They want to go home, let them go. School administrators say that the move is aimed at safeguarding students and preventing further destructions of property as tension continue to rise in various uh, learning institutions in Kenya. This is so bad, and I don't know who's gonna save this country from, this thing that is happening now. Because why? The way things are, it's not what most people had expected. You send your guys to school, your children to school, and you receive this news that school has been burnt down, and your son or daughter are dead. They were burnt in the school fire, or your sons and daughter have been arrested because they participated in the strike and planning and execution of such a strikes. It looks bad. According to the Ministry of Education's official academic calendar, schools are expected to close for the midterm between that is 24th to 28th June, that is 2026. However, many schools had originally planned to continue with normal academic programs until 19th June before allowing students to leave for the break. The recent incidents of unrest have now cast doubt on those plans, with schools heads warning that maintaining normal operations has become increasingly difficult under the prevailing circumstances. Administrators find themselves caught in a delicate balancing act. On one hand, the Ministry of Education regulations stipulate that schools should not close prematurely without receiving official authorization from the relevant authorities. And on the other hand, the principals bear the responsibility of ensuring the safety and well-being of thousands of students under their care. The fear of potential tragedies has intensified pressure on schools managers, many of whom are now weighing the risk of remaining open against the consequences of early closure. Several schools across the country have already been forced to suspend learning and send students home after experiencing incidents of arson, violent demonstration, or widespread destruction of properties. In some cases, dormitories, classrooms, and administrative offices have been targeted during student protests, resulting in significant financial losses. Other institutions, although not directly affected, have opted to close proactively amid fears that unrest could spread to their campuses. The heightened state of alert follows the devastating fire that occurred at Utumishi Girls Academy, that is on May 28, 2026. The tragedy shocked the nation after claiming the lives of 16 students and leaving dozens of others nursing injuries. The incident has reignited concerns about the state of safety in boarding schools and raised difficult questions regarding emergency preparedness, dormitory security measures, and the effectiveness of existing safety protocols. Education experts describe the Tumishi Girls Academy disaster as a turning point that has compelled both the government and schools management boards to reassess safety standards within learning institutions. Authorities are now under growing pressure to strengthen fire prevention measures, improve emergency response systems, conduct regular safety audits, and ensure that schools comply fully with established regulations. Beyond the immediate security concerns, stakeholders argue that the recurring incidents of students' unrest point to deeper underlying challenges that require long-term solutions. Education officials, Parents, teachers, and policymakers are increasingly calling for a comprehensive and multi-sectoral approach to address the causes of the crisis. Among the other issues frequently cited by students are complaints about the quality and quantity of food served in schools, inadequate boarding facilities, poor sanitation, limited recreational opportunities, and dissatisfaction with school management. In some institutions, tensions have been linked to strict disciplinary measures, academic pressure, mental health challenges, and communication breakdowns between students and administrators. Experts warn that unless these concerns are addressed effectively, schools may continue to experience periodic disruptions that threaten both academic performance and student welfare. Mental health professionals have particularly emphasized on the need for stronger counseling services in schools, arguing that many learners face emotional and psychological pressures that often go unnoticed until they manifest through disruptive behaviors. And some of the schools that have gone on strike already and closed Alliance High School, that is one of the greatest schools and school that most people have looked onto as a role model to the rest of the learners within the country, the best performing school, the school that has produced the greatest of the greatest within the country. But this time around, it has become one of the schools that most people should not emulate in anything. Loreto Girls High School, Limuru, Lenane School, Saseta Girls Secondary School, Badin Secondary School, Miranda High School, Utumishi Girls Academy, Moifosis Academy Lanet, Tarakwa High School, Naivasha Girls High School, and Joseph's Seminary Senior School that is in Molo. There is a news breaking news bulletin or news in brief on Alan Hoy TV, bringing you live what's happening in Kenyan schools as it happens. Why can't you just subscribe on our YouTube channel, and leave a comment, like, and share? And the question of the day is, what do you think is the main reason to why we experience, or the Kenyan schools are experiencing, the unrest among the students? And do you think it's something that might bring a problem to this country, or it's something that can be controlled? And if it can be controlled, who are the people who should be doing the controlling? Bye.